This is what remains of my childhood Matchbox collection. Some of these are my brother's, which is why you see some doubles. My parents learned early on and it was easier to buy us one of each rather than deal with both of us fighting over who had the better Matchbox. Some of these date to before I was born in 1970, but most are from the early 70s, 1972, 1973, when I was a toddler, back when a lot of these were made in England and Hong Kong, which was a protectorate of England at the time. Even though my daughter played with these, which is why I still have these, we didn't need to buy her any new ones, especially since these old ones, they are die-cast metal and they have really nice enamel paint. I've already realized that from a distance on camera, they all look pristine, but these are nicked here and there. They've all been used. But you know, when you're using these things inside on primarily carpet and linoleum, even when you crash metal cars with enamel paint, they tend to make it out okay just fine. So we didn't really feel compelled to buy her any new Matchboxes because these were fantastic. About a year and a half ago, I bought this Hot Wheels Tesla Model 3 for a video I did on how Tesla made the Model 3 the safest car ever tested. And then last weekend, I added this one. It's mostly plastic, but it is a Tesla Cybertruck radio-controlled Hot Wheels, and it is awesome. The first thing to keep in mind is that this design matches the first prototype that was rolled out when they announced the Cybertruck about a year and a half ago. It was a few months after that that Mattel first decided they were going to license the design to make this and actually I think it's 1/10 scale RC. So it's not surprising that this is what we see. With that in mind, this is a very accurate reproduction, right down to the wheel wells, the location of the charge port, the way the glass is, even on the windshield and the roof, the rolling tonneau cover that covers the vault, the rear bumper area, the LED brake light going across the top of the tailgate, and even head on, this looks very much like the Cybertruck that had been rolling around since the announcement. What is different, you'll see, are the wheels. I think those are probably just pulled off another version of this chassis. This is actually an existing chassis for their little RC cars that they then put the Cybertruck top on. This is actually largely plastic. There's very little metal in this. I don't think that's going to make this less durable overall unless you're going to step on it or something like that. For the kinds of things that you're going to do with this, I think everything but maybe the paint will hold up just fine, but we're going to put that to the test too. The front wheels are all plastic. The back are plastic on the inside, surrounded by rubber on the outside. And that's because the two rear wheels are the drive wheels. I think there are actually two motors in here because, as you'll see, these actually can counter-rotate. And you can't do that with just a differential. It needs to have two motors to pull that off. That's the charge port, and this is the power switch. We're going to power it on. And then I'm going to pair the remote because I just want to show you how the wheels are controlled by the remote. I think one of the coolest things about this is the fine control you have over the velocity of the motors. And I'm just going to try to squeeze this on just very slowly. And I'm going to show this driving around in my garage. But that's actually really cool that you can do that slowly. Same thing with reverse. You have very fine control over it. Of course, it will go super fast, and then there's a turbo button. That's maximum throttle. I'm going to recenter this. Now for turning, you'll see these actually counter-rotate, except there isn't as fine control over the motors when you're turning as there is in just going straight front or back. You can actually have some forward motion and then add turning. Same thing within reverse. It's not all or none. I think everything that impresses me about this $20 toy comes from what you see in this remote control. You have forward and reverse, you have right, you have left, you have trim tabs, because this is powered by 2 individual motors, and they might be a little bit out of sync. So if you're trying to go straight and it doesn't go straight, you can trim it out so that it goes straight when that's all you're doing. It has this button right here. They call it turbo boost. It doesn't matter whether you have the throttle on or not. You hit that button and maximum power goes to both wheels, and it is insanely fast. The car itself has a permanent lithium-ion battery that is recharged from the 4 AA batteries inside of this remote. You just pull this hatch open here, and you can actually run the charge cord through the little opening for your finger, and then the charge cord plugs in to the car just like that. And actually, that's the charging mode right there. It takes about 20 minutes to go from empty to a full charge. It's mostly there anyway, so I'm just gonna turn this off and unplug the car. And then this just tucks right back in out of the way. You're never going to lose the charging cord. That's fantastic. I'm gonna turn on the car, and now I'm gonna turn this on and it'll enter pair mode, and it very quickly paired with the car. So now it is ready to go, and that's what we're gonna do next. Even though these 1/64 scale Hot Wheels RC cars are designed to work with their standard track, that's not really the best use of them because they turn. They're more than just powered. Look, tank turn. Rivian, eat your heart out. Oh, a little stunt there on some concrete that's on there. Let's see if I can do that again. Oh, it flipped. It's amazing how controllable this is. This is one of those products where I just cannot believe what you get for what they charge. And this is $20. And when you think about it, that's about 1 movie and popcorn and a drink. And I've already gotten that much fun out of this, and I still have it. Look at this. It's a little harder to control in reverse. It's much more controllable forward. Okay, so that's standard speed. Now there's a boost button. It's so fast that it spins out because this is concrete, but kind of like I said, there's a lot of construction debris on this from the people who owned this before we did. Wow, it is so fast. Oh my gosh. And so what happens is the 2 tires hook up differently, and that causes it to steer instead of going a straight line. Wow, I mean, it is so fast. Hitting the boost button literally spins the tires. This does not have traction control. Oh my gosh. This is so fun. It's crazy. Woo! Yeah! I did it! Part of the fun is driving us around to line it up. Oh. Still landed on its wheels this time. There we go! Woo! Gotta hit the boost. Oh. This is the thing about about these little jumps like this. You can play with just a little jump like this for quite a long time. Oh, trying to get it just right. This is the same way it was like when we were kids without the powered ones. You try over and over again to get everything lined up just right. There we go. Beautiful. Again. Oh, yeah. There we go. I think I have it figured out now. Well, I had to clean off the dust on the tires because I think one tire had more dust than the other. And it was making it hard to grip onto the paper on the cardstock to go straight. It still counts if it lands on its wheels and you can drive it. One of the things that I didn't need when I was a kid were knee pads. Of course, I didn't play as much on concrete. We had carpet and linoleum. All right. Now we're going to do it in reverse, which does not have the turbo. Well, at least it can land on its wheels. Well, it still lands on its wheels, but it really needs that turbo boost that only works and forward. Oh, forward somersault. Awesome. Front flip. Oh, okay. Time for a new trick. So I don't have official banked pieces. This is just straight track that I laid out, and I think this is going to work. I'm going to use full boost for the speed. Yay! Let's try that again. All I could find was straight track in time to make this video. That shows how fast it is. And it goes straight. That's the thing. Ooh, we're gonna try reverse. See if we go in reverse. Not exactly the way I had planned. So it needs the speed of the turbo boost. And that works. Awesome! All right, let's try a loop. I'm gonna show you my leg for scale on this loop. That's a pretty big loop, but because this is powered, it's gonna be able to keep pushing all the way through the loop. I'm gonna use boost. I think it's gonna be able to do this no problem. Oh, easy day. How about in reverse? Nope. Okay, this loop is a little lumpy, but we're gonna try it anyway. I can find what I did with the remote control. All right, Cybertruck, you can do it. 1, 2, oh! Yeah, like I said, that's lumpy. It's like a crease there. Oh, what a mess. I don't know. This is different track than I grew up with. 1, 2, oh! It just crashes here. Let's try doing that a little bit. Oh, this is practically a right angle down there. Oh. Yeah! Woo! I don't think it's gonna make it the other direction. If I can even get it onto the track. I'm gonna try it. I don't have a lot of track on. Oh no, this is gonna just crash right there. Smash. Okay, but I'm gonna try it again on this end, from this end. All right, 2 loops. Come on. 1, 2. Oh, but it's still okay. Still on its wheels. That counts. 1, 2. Oh. Yeah, it's starting to come apart. There, let's try that. Okay, 2 loops, first try. 1, 2, yeah! Whew, it's a little rough on that second one. Proof it ended up on its wheels for you. 2 loops. 1, 2, yeah! Oh my gosh. And that is an ugly loop. I gotta show you that. Gotta put it on autofocus. Wait till you see how ugly. That's not really a loop. That looks more like a part to a Wankel rotary engine. Look at the angles. Oh, I'm just gonna leave it right there and see what this looks like on camera. 1 loop, 2 loops, and it did it! Yay! Oh my gosh. That is crazy fun. Woo! I love this thing. Out of all of these, this is actually my favorite. It has nothing to do with how it looks, what car it is, what color it is. It's just my fastest by far out of all my unpowered Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. Plus it has great suspension. So this one was a really dynamic jumper. I loved running this car. That was out of the non-powered kind, but oh my gosh, I cannot believe how awesome these little RC cars are from Hot Wheels. Of course, the Cybertruck is not their first. They have a whole line of these and they're all about $20, which I think represents a very good value for the amount of fun that you get. Yes, these are plastic, and if you were to step on it or run over it or your dog were to chew it, it's probably going to be the end of it. But for anything that involves the inertia that can be generated by this lightweight plastic RC and the impact forces that can create, I think this is going to hold up really well. I think some of the edges will end up getting scuffed, things like that, but I don't care. You should see some of these. I actually repainted a few of these because they got scuffed up so bad over the years. At this point, I don't even know if these are still in stock, but I will link in the video description to where you might be able to get one. Be sure to subscribe for more videos on things like vintage Hot Wheels and their modern replacements. I really appreciate you watching The Tech of Tech and hope to see you next time. Better than Tesla Auto Park. Zing. That was my first try too.